Hello, everyone. Oh, wait. Much better. So I guess this is another SkipsWorld interlude. Is this coming out before I put out another episode? Oh, man. You must be very disappointed in me. Today I'm here to talk to you about CamzHorrorthon. Now, if you've followed me on Twitter, or if you do, you might notice that or if you followed me for a while, you may notice that I have done these things in October called CamzHorrorthon. This is currently the third CamzHorrorthon that I'm gearing up for this October, 2018. And first, a quick little history on what CamzHorrorthon is. So back in 2011, I guess, maybe? When I was down in school in Lethbridge, every night of October, I watched a different horror movie, or, you know, it wasn't really a planned thing. I would just sit down like, oh, you know, it's October, let's be spooky. And for every movie that I watched, I wrote it down and made a list. And then at the end, I was like, hey, or like halfway through, I was like, hey, it's CamzHorrorthon, you know, talk about it. But then last year, I decided to bring it back, and I actually planned out a full month's worth of movies, of horror movies, scary movies, sci-fi, anything that would, you know, creature feature. And a lot of people participated, and it was a lot of fun. There was discussion on movies that I love, that you love, some movies that I'd never seen before, a lot of movies that I had, so I want to do the same thing again this year. So my criteria this year that I'm going through, well, it's not really criteria, but we're going to cover a couple things in this video. I'm going to tell you all of my choices, and I will tell you what that movie is, what format I have that movie on, if this is my first time seeing this movie, or if it's if I've seen it before, and why I picked that movie for whatever day I placed it on. Let's just dive into it, okay? Okay. Oh, and bonus points for anyone who can count how many costume changes I do for this video. So for Monday, October 1st, can you see this? So for Monday, October 1st, I've chosen George A. Romero's Day of the Dead. I have this movie on both VHS and DVD, and this will be, well, I've watched this movie once, so I will be watching it again. I really enjoyed this movie. I love it. Why I put it on Monday, October 1st is because Mondays are literally my Day of the Dead. I am at school all day from 10 a.m. to 5:30. And then I usually go and work at the bar until 2 or 3 in the morning, and by the end of it, I am a zombie, but a zombie who you can teach things. Like they teach Bub in Day of the Dead. So let's move right along. So for the second, we have Pumpkinhead, which stars Lance Henriksen. I have this one on VHS and VHS alone. I've never actually watched Pumpkinhead. I started watching it the other night, just to kind of get a feel of it, but I picked it for the second because, you know, you should get on carving your pumpkins, and the movie is called Pumpkinhead, so it must be about pumpkins, right? We'll go for a pumpkin spice something right now. This will not be the last Wes Craven movie on CamzHorrorthon 2018, or CamzHorrorthon 3. Damn it, I should have said that earlier. So this is CamzHorrorthon 3. And everybody knows that the third series in a franchise, third movie in a franchise isn't usually the best, but so we've got the Last House on the left. I have it on the Arrow Blu-ray release, the recent deluxe edition. It has like 3 different versions of the film. You can watch all 3 if you want for extra credit. I don't know, it's not required. You can just watch this one. I do have the remake on DVD as well. I haven't watched it yet because I kind of wanted to get my hands on this one and watch it first. I have not watched this, but if you are squeamish, I've heard this is not a good movie to watch, so if, I don't know, if you're chicken shit, then just avoid it, I guess. Or, as it says, to avoid fainting, keep repeating, it's only a movie, it's only a movie, it's only a movie. No tears, please, cause you're crying like a bitch. On day 4, we have Hellraiser Bloodlines. This is just a magazine that's celebrating the 30th anniversary of Hellraiser, not the 30th anniversary of this movie. I do believe that Hellraiser Bloodline, in my humble opinion, is the last good Hellraiser movie, and you can tell it's the last good Hellraiser movie because it is the last Hellraiser movie that has Clive Barker Presents attached to it. You know, the other ones was Clive Barker's Hellraiser, Clive Barker's Hellraiser 2, and this is Clive Barker Presents. So that must mean that it's a good Hellraiser movie. I have it on VHS and DVD. I also have the original Hellraiser soundtrack by Lakeshore Records. That's a great little Trisket. You should pick it up if you would, if you're so inclined. It's nice. And I go, it's my little pinhead, my little buddy. I do enjoy the fact that Adam Scott is in this movie. I don't think Leslie Knope would approve of what he is getting up to, but I think she'd dig the wig. It's Parks and Recreation joke. I've obviously seen Hellraiser Bloodline, because I've talked about it, like I know what's up. And I put this on the 4th because, I don't know, this is CamzHorrorthon 3. It's not the best. I picked some random movies. This is the 4th Hellraiser movie. It's on the 4th day of October. You figure it out. So something fun I'm doing on Fridays is you can hashtag Fang Fridays. I checked it out. Fang Friday is a bigger hashtag, so I don't know if you want to do that. We could even do Cam's Comics. No, we could even do like hashtag Cam's Fang Friday. Anyways, vampire movies. Big surprise there. We're starting it off with a fun one. This was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid, and we'd go back down to the video store, and you know, rent silly. Well, we'd rent a lot of scary movies, but we also like to keep it a little lighthearted every now and then. And it's been a heavy week. You know, we've had a lot of really intense movies. So Friday the 5th, we got Leslie Nielsen and Mel Brooks in Dracula, Dead and Loving It. And fun fact, this is put out by Castle Rock Entertainment, the studio that puts out a bunch of Stephen King properties. So that's neato. So I have it on DVD. The reason, Fang Fridays, vampires. Okay, next. So now we're on to Saturday, and we're doing a nice Saturday midnight movie or something. I don't know. I tried to keep a theme, but I just didn't. So we're doing A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master, my personal favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie. I know a lot of people like Dream Warriors, the third one. It is a great movie, but this is the perfect blend of horror and camp. And I just love this movie so much. It's fantastic. Actually, me and Mike Rothman, he does the Losers Club podcast. If you've never checked it out, you should really do that. I'll link them below. And I was on there for one episode talking about collecting Stephen King, and we actually briefly touched on how this is both our favorite movie. So I believe in that moment, me and Mike became best friends. So, Mike, if you're watching it and you don't reciprocate these feelings, then I have it on VHS. I also have it on Blu-ray as part of the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. I've obviously seen this movie a bunch before. And actually, this copy, I'm subscribed to this thing called the Horror Cult Box from Studio House Designs. Also, this sick Nightmare on Elm Street shirt is also by Studio House Designs. And I have a matching pillowcase with all the Elm Street movies to give you those sweet, sweet dreams. So I'll link them in the description below. You should sign up for the Horror Cult, though. You get a little box. It's one of those subscription box things, but this one is better than all of them because you get a t-shirt, you get a VHS tape, a bag of popcorn, and all kinds of little treats and goodies. Actually, the coaster I'm using right now is a Horror Cult coaster for my beer. You get neato shirts like this. Moving on to the next week, the second week of Cam's Horrorthon 3. You're in for a scare! Sunday the 7th, the Stuart Gordon film based on the Edgar Allan Poe story, I want to say, possibly a poem, I'm not familiar. It's The Pit The Pendulum. Stuart Gordon's the guy who made all those sick H.P. Lovecraft adaptations like Reanimator and Bride of Reanimator and From Beyond, so you can expect this to be full of gore and super sexy. I have never seen it myself. I have the VHS tape only. I came across it thrifting one day. It's like a promotional copy, so they would send this out to video stores and whatnot before the actual release, and the video stores, I don't know, somebody would watch it and then they'd write back and be like, yeah, we want to carry this, or nah, too much sex and violence. It's Thanksgiving! It's Canadian Thanksgiving! No, I don't care. They're the weird ones. They have Thanksgiving in November. It's too cold in November. That's too much turkey together. You have a turkey in November and then you have a turkey in December? No! You gotta break it up a bit. So, yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Call Grandpa. We're gonna have dinner. I have it on VHS. I have it on Blu-ray. One of my favorite movies. I've obviously seen it before. And I picked it because... just rewind the video and watch it. Also, this disco shirt is fantastic from Future Monsters. If you don't have it, then you're a sucker. I don't know, buy it for a Canadian Thanksgiving present to yourself. Camo! I'm not gonna lie, I'm more of an American Werewolf in London fan, but the new Scream Factory steelbook of The Howling came out, and I had to buy it, and I've decided to include it. So the reason that, no, wait, The Howling is the movie that I've chosen. I have it on Blu-ray. I've never seen The Howling. I look forward to seeing The Howling. I've chose to put The Howling on this day, the 9th Tuesday of October, 2018, because it's a full moon out. So unleash those inner werewolves. Oof. Werewolves. Werewolves. Idea for a short story. Lycanthropic bread, rye, or pumpernickel. If you can't be with the one you love your mom or something? I don't know. That's Sleepwalkers is the next movie. This is one of my favorite good bad movies. Obviously, I've seen it before. I only have it on VHS, but I plan to pick up the new Blu-ray when Scream Factory puts it out. I picked it because it's Wednesday, and I don't know if I'm going to have a lot of time to watch a movie. I might, and if I do, great, I'll enjoy this. But if not, I'll be able to bullshit you guys and pretend that I have watched it because I've seen it a couple times. And damn, that Enya song in the credits is magnifico. Come float on down to Derry with me as we watch the 2017 It movie. I'm really excited for part 2. I hope that you are too. I haven't seen this movie since it came out in theaters. I have it on Blu-ray. I've chosen for today because do what I want. Hey, we've made it to another Friday. Hey, we've made it to another Friday, and you know what that means? More vampires. Fang Friday this week is brought to you by Innocent Blood. John Landis film. He's the guy who made American Werewolf in London, and I've never actually seen this one. I'm excited to, though. I'm really looking forward to it. I hear it's funny. It's, you know, a little gruesome. All that great John Landis shit. I put it on today because, yes, Fang Friday. I only have it on VHS, and I have never seen it, so that covers all the questions, so let's move on. We've made it to another Midnight Monster movie. Midnight Madness, Saturday night, CamzHorrorthon. So today's movie is Terror of MechaGodzilla, a classic monster movie that has giant monsters, aliens, all that great Godzilla shit. I'm a huge Godzilla fan, if you couldn't tell. And I have Terror of MechaGodzilla. Years ago, I used to have it on VHS, but I watched it so much that it actually burnt out. So now I have it on Betamax, which is kind of like even cooler. And I also have it on DVD. I am going to be watching my Betamax copy, though. And don't dismiss this just because it's a Godzilla movie. This is like my favorite Godzilla movie. And just because it underperformed at the box office and literally shelved the series for quite a few years, doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It's fun. It's got some great action. The story, the plot's actually, I really like it. I don't know, if you kind of want to know what makes me tick a little bit, you should watch this movie because it's great. And I like it, and I like you, and I hope you like me too if you've made it this far into the video. So, Terror of MechaGodzilla. Watch that on the 20th? No. Yeah? No, we're still on the 13th. Saturday the 13th, Terror of MechaGodzilla. Moving on. Sundays are my days where I have the most time, so this Sunday I have picked 2 movies that I am going to enjoy. They are George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead, the original, not the remake, and Book of Blood, based on the Clive Barker story and group of books of short stories. I'm actually not sure. I haven't seen either of these, to be completely honest. I've seen bits and pieces of Dawn of the Dead, and I've actually gotten Ken Foray to sign it as well. I went and saw him at a HorrorCon. And that's where I picked up Book of Blood as well. So I'm excited to watch both these movies. VHS for this one, DVD for that one, and I picked them on this day because I have a lot of time. These are 2 movies that I haven't seen. I feel like I've been talking a long time, so let's bang out a couple real quick. Monday, we're going to do Predator 2 because I just saw The Predator, and I thought that it was great, but now I want to go back and watch the Danny Glover one. I recently watched the original again, and now chronologically I should watch this one. So you should go back and watch Predator if you want extra credit, and then we'll all get together to watch Predator 2. I have Predator 2 on Blu-ray and VHS. I'm probably going to watch the VHS because, I don't know, neato. And then we're moving on the next day to Tuesday, and we're going to do crossover. I don't know, because you're like, you finish Predator 2 and you're like, oh my god, it takes place in the same universe as Alien. And that makes me want to go back and watch Alien, because this movie is a masterpiece. This is one of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time. Sci-fi horror thriller, I don't know. Ridley Scott, fantastic. Let's watch Alien. Let's watch it on VHS. I have it on Blu-ray. I have it on DVD. I have it on this. Don't have it on Laserdisc, though. Maybe that's what I should hunt for next. Day 17, Manhunter, the first adaptation of a Hannibal Lecter property, based on the book Red Dragon. Have I seen it? No. What do I have it on? VHS, DVD. I got them at the same thrift store, actually. Might have even gotten the book at the same thrift store. Got the whole shebang. Why did I put it on this day? Because. Have I seen it? No. Did I say that already? I don't know. Moving on. Finally, some John Carpenter. Alright, so on this day we're doing, what day is it? October 18th. We're finally getting some John Carpenter. Now we're kicking it off with In the Mouth of Madness. Sam Neill. I have it on VHS. Don't have it on anything else. Have I seen this movie? No. But I've watched in-depth reviews of it, and I know that I already love it because John Carpenter's fantastic. Sam Neill is fantastic. Need I go on? No? Good, moving on. It's Friday again already, huh? And you know what that means. Fang Friday! We're dipping into the Hammer Horror Collection, and we're going to be checking out Brides, plural, Brides of Dracula. Man, whew, you're like the Hugh Hefner of vampires, I suppose. So I have it on Blu-ray in the Hammer Horror Collection, an 8-movie collection. Not all the Hammer Horror films, but 8 of them. I don't know. I picked it because it's Friday. I only have it on Blu-ray, and I've never seen it. So let's have fun with this one, shall we? October 20th. We've reached Saturday, and for this weekend, I'm doing a very witchy weekend. So, we're watching Halloween 3, because it's actually a fantastic movie, and I don't like the naysayers who go around naysaying it. I've got it on VHS. I've got a DVD of it around here somewhere. I'm probably going to watch the VHS. I have seen it. It's a great movie. You should watch it too. And I picked it because it's part 1 of Cam's Witchy Weekend. Would you like to live deliciously? Would thou like... That can't be right. Wouldst thou liketh to liveth? Continuing Cam's Witchy Weekend on CamzHorrorthon 3 with VVitch. VVitch? VVitch. The VVitch? I don't know. I'm stylizing bullshit. I have it on Blu-ray, and I also have it on VHS, but I don't know if I can talk about the company that put it on that, because I'm pretty sure it's borderline illegal, but it's rad that I have The Witch on VHS, right? I have seen it. I really liked it. Yeah, let's move along before they get in trouble. Oh no, what happened? It's day 22, and the Witchy Weekend continues on Monday with Suspiria. It must be some sort of witchcraft. I've chosen Suspiria for Monday the 22nd. Is that what we're on? Sure is. And I only have it on Blu-ray. I think it's like a Korean bootleg copy. It still looks great. I chose this one. I have seen it, and I love it. It's great. I've chosen this one because Dario Argento is fantastic. This movie is a Technicolor nightmare in the best way possible, and I don't know how the remake is gonna... I don't know, I have very low expectations for the remake, so let's just enjoy this one, shall we? Okay, just stay with me for a second here, okay? So for the next day, the 23rd, it's a Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. It's Tuesday. Is it? Tuesday the 23rd. My calendar's over that way. So, like I said, stay with me here for a second. We are remaking Halloween, and I already put a Halloween movie in the Horrorthon, but Halloween 4 was a piece of shit. And it continued into Halloween 5, where you find out that Michael and this little girl, I don't even remember what her name is, and I really just don't care. So they're like related or something? I don't know. So there's like this hereditary evil that connects Michael Myers with... You see where I'm going? Yeah, we're not watching this. No. We're watching Hereditary. I have it on Blu-ray because I don't think it's been released on anything else. I've only seen it once in theaters. I am looking forward to watching it again because it was weird and I don't really know how to feel about it. Like I said in the SkipsWorld pilot, I will have to watch it again and form a solid opinion, and that is what I plan to do now. So let's do it. Does this movie even take place in Castle Rock? I have no idea. Next up, we got Thinner. I guess we're continuing the witchiness. I don't know. Thinner. I haven't seen it. I have it on VHS, and I chose it because I haven't seen it, and I would like to. And I don't know, it's a Stephen King movie, so let's check it out. We're watching The Thing next because it's like the greatest movie ever, and I love it. And I got it on VHS and Blu-ray. I've seen it a million times. I will see it a million more times. And I chose it because, I don't know, it's fucking awesome. It's The Thing. Just piss off. I'm getting really tired of all these costume changes. Alright, check it out, suckers. We're doing it's the last Fang Friday, so I picked vampires. John Carpenter, that's right. It's John Carpenter doubleheader. It's like the Predator and Alien thing, but this is The Thing vampires. Out on VHS, DVD. I've never seen it. Watching because it's a vampire movie I haven't seen, and it's got James Woods, so let's see how that turns out. Alright. It's Saturday the 27th, and we are watching Wes Craven's Shocker. I told you that Last House on the Left was not the only Wes Craven movie that we'd be watching this month. So we're checking out this one. I remember this one for having a sick soundtrack because I had Megadeth's Hidden Treasures and their cover of Alice Cooper's No More Mr. Nice Guys supposedly on this movie. Or maybe it's just on the soundtrack. I don't know. I've never seen it. I have it on VHS. It's another one of the horror cult boxes. And I picked it because this movie turns 29 on this day. So let's have a little celebration for Shocker. And watch it. Alright everyone, we're almost done the month, so please don't let me lose you now. Alright, we're now on day 28. It's Sunday, and once again we're watching a couple movies that I've never seen. Well, that's not entirely true. I've seen bits and pieces of Friday the 13th Part 6. Probably not all in one sitting though. I have it on VHS and DVD. I got it signed by CJ Graham, who plays Jason in the movie, and we're also going to watch Videodrome, because I've never seen it, but I love Cronenberg, and I love all his effects and stuff, and I've heard really interesting things about this movie, so we're going to watch them both. Alright, I've chosen... Well, that kind of covers everything, doesn't it? Ding dong, you're dead! Monday night, we're watching House, because it's a fun watch. It's going to be a monster mash, you might say. Not a lot of monsters, but it's a fun movie. I don't know, I enjoyed it. I have it on VHS, I've seen it before. I picked it because, I don't know, I want something a little more fun. I mean, it's still dark, you know, it's a dark movie. Yeah, it's not, actually, this movie's not that fun. It's good, though. Alright, second last movie of Cam's Horrorthon 3. You know, I didn't want to not have some disappointments in here, I guess, because it's the third one. You don't want to, like, set the bar too high, so you gotta have some duds. I actually don't know if this is going to be a dud. Hell Night. I bought it because it was on sale. Have it on Blu-ray. I've never seen it. It has Linda Blair in it, though, and I strongly stand by the fact that Linda Blair was not in anything worth seeing after The Exorcist. And that has nothing to do with my personal experience meeting Linda Blair and her being an absolute bitch. But we're gonna watch Hell Night, and we're gonna see if it's any good. Maybe it's some stupid schlock. Maybe it's a good bad movie. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't know. Just let's get to the final one. I'm tired. Well, boils and ghouls, I'd like to thank you all for joining me this year on Cam's Horrorthon 3. Viewers beware. I guess I'm sticking with that title. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some new movies that you've never known before, and I hope that you've taken time to enjoy some classics that you've loved, but just haven't had the time for. I've been Cam Skip. This has been Cam's Horrorthon 3. You've been awesome. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I mean, technically we haven't started the journey yet, unless I get this video out late. Well, let's not even worry about that right now. Instead, it's October 31st. It's Halloween night. It's a Wednesday. You know what we're gonna do? We're not gonna go out and party. We're gonna bundle up at home. We're gonna hand out some candy, some trick-or-treaters, and we're gonna watch Trick or Treat. Is that how you said it? I was always wondering. Is it trick or treat? But they're little apostrophes, so it's like trick or treat. I don't know. Let's say hi to Sam. Sam Hang. All right. Have a spooky Halloween. See you next time.
Beware, you're in for